Welcome back to Proverbs Every Day. This is episode 269. Actually, I've said the wrong episode number for the last like four episodes, so I apologize for that. This is actually 269. So, Proverbs 25, coming right at you.
It's time for Proverbs every day. Words of wisdom show you the way. Every month a whole new look, different version of the book. Reading the whole chapter each calendar day. Proverbs every day. Proverbs every day.
All right. Coming down from the Florida man flu. All right. Proverbs 25. Let's dive right in, shall we? These are also these also are Proverbs of Shlomo, that the men of Hezekiah, king of Judah, copied them out. Yeah, it's a Judah or Jude, or in Greek, I believe that is actually translated to Judas in Greek, which is very interesting to me. But yeah, I think that's just variations of it. Judah, Jude, Judas. Yeah, that's the country. Yeah, the king of Judah. Anyway, so these are from scribes, basically. These are things that have been heard around the leadership tables, and that's why I love these passages, is because these are gold nuggets that got written down, which is cool. To think that they, well, we take notes for granted these days, right? We just take notes, but this had to take serious effort to write these out. So it's something that is very much appreciated. Verse 2. God gets glory from concealing things. Kings get glory from investigating things. All right. It is kind of it's the God gets the glory from concealing things. It's that concept of the more we reveal about God's creation and all of these kind of things, the more we realize just how cool it is. The more science we attempt, yeah, the more well, we don't really know, do we? Um, well, unless we're ignorant, and then we think we have it figured out, but truth is we don't. So yeah, it's awesome that's cool. But there's like glory in investigating as well, which is cool. It's like things that come along with that benefit us. So yeah. Verse 3, like the sky for height or the earth for depths is the heart of the kings, unfathomable. Remove the impurities from silver, and the smith has material to make a vessel. Remove the wicked from the king's presence, and his throne will rest firmly on righteousness. Yeah. So I think we've talked in this recent month or so about that whole silver making process, gold making process, the whole impurities being wiped out by heat and strain. Um, and so that same kind of thing with, making sure that the people that are around the king or a leader, and what I'll go ahead and graft that on here, that the people around a leader should be people that are of that level of purity. Don't put yourself. Oh, let's scroll this down here. Don't put yourself forward in the king's presence. Don't take a place among the great. For it is better to be told to come up here than be degraded in the presence of a nobleman. Yeah, there's a little bit of that don't put yourself forward. It's it's much better to just have someone else praise you than for you to try and praise yourself enough to get into place. I know that can be frustrating and can try your patience, but yeah, that's the truth. I've yeah, I watched somebody this morning post something on LinkedIn that was very much like very full of themselves kind of thing, and I was like, oh wow, brother, that's uh, that's something. Hmm. Okay, see how that works out for him, I guess. Verse 8: what your eyes have seen, don't rush to present in a dispute. For what you will, mm, for what will you do later on if your neighbor puts you to shame? Discuss your dispute with your neighbor, but don't reveal another person's secrets. If you do, and he hears of it, he will disgrace you, and your bad reputation will stick. No gossip. Like apples of gold and settings of silver is a word appropriately spoken. Like a gold earring, like a fine gold necklace, is a wise reprover to a receptive ear. Like the coldness of snow and the heat of the harvest, is a faithful messenger to the one who sends him. He refreshes his master's spirit. Like clouds that and wind that bring no rain, is he who boasts of gifts that he never gives. Huh. It's like you just can't help but bring the contrast. Verse 15: with patience, a ruler may be won over, and a gentle tongue can break bones. If you find honey, eat only what you need, for if you eat too much of it, you may throw it up. In other words, don't be greedy just for the sake of someone else not having it, or you. Yeah, it's yeah, something we need to fight in our society right now. This whole notion of, you know, it's better for me to have it, and if I don't, I'll never find this again. So I'll just have to take as much as I can, and we don't think about ourselves doing it, but we do it. This notion of scarcity, that's just not the way God works. It doesn't work in scarcity. It's just not the language He speaks. So we need to get in line with that and realize that no, it's perfectly okay to just let someone else have some. There's going to be plenty. Anyway, verse 17. So don't visit your neighbor too much, or he may get his fill of you and come to hate you. I guess that works too, doesn't it? As far as the not overstaying your welcome. Hmm. Like like a club, a sword, or a sharp arrow is a person who gives false testimony against a neighbor. Relying on an untrustworthy person in a time of trouble is like relying on a broken tooth or an unsteady leg. Like removing clothes on a chilly day or like vinegar on soda is someone who sings songs to a heavy heart. Hmm. Yeah, this always tough to comprehend, I guess. But yeah, sometimes we we tend to be like overly happy, and it doesn't really work to have somebody that has a heavy heart that's just really, down. Just demanding that they cheer up doesn't always work, and we need to be aware of that. Sometimes it takes, well, in other words, it takes more than just singing songs with them, or just, you know, saying words to them that are supposed to be uplifting, but they're not. Just listen to them. Just be with them. Verse 21. If someone who hates you is hungry, give him food to eat. If he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you will heap fiery coals of shame on his head, and Adonai will reward you. Huh. Not sure I always see that latched with it, but the north wind brings rain, and a batting tongue angry looks. I wonder where that's latched with that. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why that is actually kind of not separated out on its own. Maybe that's just a glitch. I don't know. But yeah, if we can do this, it's not just heaping fiery coals of shame. It's this. This is our character. This is who we need to be. It's important. All right, I'm gonna get through this because I'm starting to feel the fatigue here. It is better to live on a corner of the roof than to share a house with a nagging wife. I'm gonna let that go for today. Like cold water to a person faint from thirst is good news from a distant land. Like a muddied spring or a polluted well is a righteous person who gives way before the wicked. Um, I don't remember what day it was to go back to it, but there was a day that I had been woken up very early with a dream, kind of like a remembrance was called to my mind, and um, it was that we become what we tolerate. So a muddied spring or a polluted well, that's just what happens when we give way before the wicked, if we tolerate the wicked, if we just allow them to start polluting our thoughts. And the argument could be made as a society too. That's just what I was getting at in that thought, was that there's a yeah, and I don't want to say this is like political or governmental or anything like that. It's not exactly what I'm saying here, but there is a notion of, we have to be aware that we become what we tolerate. And so if it's just something where, somebody has their own opinion, they're out there and this is the thing, and we just tolerate that, you know, if we don't stand against that, then, we don't have to go out and attack them. We don't have to do that, but we stand firm against it. That sort of thing. There's a difference. There's a big difference, actually. A really, really, really big difference. Verse 27. It isn't good to eat too much honey or to seek after honor, or seek honor after honor. Yeah. Like a city breached without walls is a person who lacks self control. Good stuff today. Good stuff. I yeah, do suddenly find that my energy level is taking a bit. I'm not through the sickness yet, so it is a thing. So I will leave you here today. But in any case, I do look forward to hopefully being in better energy tomorrow for you. I don't want to feel like I'm phoning it in. I want to be able to be full energy, full on for you every single time we do this. So, uh, in any case, do love you guys. Be blessed by the best, and then go be a blessing to all the rest. See you tomorrow.